All right. It's been a little minute since you seen my face. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a new era in life. It's a new start. Remember when I told you guys I was looking for a job? I found one. And there's a high chance, a very high chance that I could go full time. I'm making a high amount of money per hour, you know. I'm making the most I've ever made in my entire life, but that's kind of what I'm gonna use to get into today's subject. Not being, or shall I say, getting over having the rug swept from up under you. Getting over having the rug swept up under you, if that makes sense. So I know for me personally, I've had multiple experiences, not with just work, but just life experience of things that I thought were going to be really cool that ended up being swept from up under me. Like my bubble was bursted and things of that nature. So a lot of times when good things come my way, I'll just sit there wondering, when is this going to mess up or when is it going to be over? You know what I mean? When is the rug going to be swept from up under me? And really, honestly, when it comes to life, you have to learn how to build and evolve through and from your trauma. If that makes sense. It should. I hope it resonates with you. But going going from being fearful of something to knowing that that something is in your control now is a beautiful thing in my opinion, you know? And I really think that as humans, as souls, we do honestly get traumatized whenever like the rug gets swept up from up under you. When you feel like you're finna have something really great happen, and then you're like, oh well, now I'm in a worse position than I was before, and I thought something great was gonna happen. And I'm just out in nature, enjoying the sunset. I'm gonna get y'all a little view. I'm kind of in my little duck off, my nature spot. But I really want to encourage you to start to connect with love more. Because when you get great things happening in your life, we're afraid that we're going to lose it. And I really want you to become comfortable and just comfortable with accepting the love that the universe gives you. You know what I mean? And not being just scared of it or when this is going to be over. Like, look at the sunset. Look at that. A beautiful sunset will come, but of course, it's always going to be over. I really feel like it's not about when things are going to end, it's about what we do with those things while we have them. That makes them sort of, that makes them matter, because nothing is truly forever. Oh, there's a child abduction thing. I gotta click it. Mm, no, I don't want to. Hold on, y'all. I got a new phone. Y'all know how it be. Ugh, there you go. But yeah, I really feel like in life, we always expect the worst. I really want people and souls to get used to expecting the best through their own work. My balaclava is mixed match, done. I'm gonna get a new one. I'm making good money, so I'm gonna get a new one. But y'all know you gotta save it. You gotta save some of your money. I can't just, at least not yet, until I go back to work in a couple days. But it's neither here nor there. What am I standing on? Nothing. But I'm gonna go back to one of my older topics. I kind of, got y'all hooked, I guess. But the wall, getting over the wall, it's a journey. You're not just gonna jump over. You know what I mean? Once you get past the wall and once you jump over, you're not just gonna jump over into like your next thing. First you have to find where you're gonna put it. You know what I mean? It's a start. It's not like Like a lot of times when people go sober, they kind of have to ease off of it, or it's like a sobriety journey rather than just going cold turkey. You know what I mean? And it's not necessarily that it's about sobriety, but just life. Nothing really starts and then it's just perfect. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is that when you start it and it's just perfect off rip, it's like it doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? Like I feel like when there's a journey behind something, when you work for something and when it takes time, I feel like that is when things are like, oh, this is so cool. You know what I mean? It's like if somebody gave you $2,000, you'd be like, yeah, I got 2,000. But if you worked for 2,000, you're like, oh yeah, I worked hard for this 2,000. Yeah, I got 2,000. It would feel so much better because it's a 2,000 that you worked for. You know what I mean? It's starting to get dark. This video might be short, and I got a flashlight. You know what I mean? This video might be short. It's like 6 minutes in and all of that, but pretty much, I really feel like the era and time that we are in, I've noticed a lot of the people that I'm acquainted with, their journeys into adulthood and getting over their older wall or their older era in life. It's starting, and I really feel like we are in the era of building a foundation, if that makes sense. Building a foundation for your wall, you know, or your new mansion, your new house, your new house in spirit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I really feel like we are in a era of building a foundation. And once you build the foundation, you kind of start to build the walls up that kind of close you in. So these new jobs you're getting, work hard at it. You know, I know you're gonna want to take a restroom break and go missing, but just work, 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 man. Just build a really good foundation. Be cool with people. You don't gotta like kiss your managers. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta do all that. But hey, good morning, so and so, good evening, hey, you doing all right? Stuff like that, Being friendly with people and building a good spiritual foundation. You don't want to really go around anywhere just, oh, what's up? What happened, bit? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. You want to be like, oh, good morning, you know what I'm saying? Like, dap them up, if they let you, give them a little hug or something. That look like a smooch, pause, but you know what I'm saying? Be I really want people to get into the habit of feeling comfortable with each other and just talking to each other. We don't have to have full 20-minute combos, okay? Just a little good morning. Or you doing all right? Yeah, I'm doing good. How about you? I'm doing great. You know what I'm saying? Just small talk. I feel like small talk really eases the mind, you know? And I'm going to close out here in a bit because it's kind of getting dark. And you know what I'm saying? I got to make a journey home. I'm in nature, but I'm on feet. I am on my feet. I just got insurance for my car today, so I won't be on feet long. And I'm getting a bike soon. I'm debating if I want to start with a dirt bike, a street legal dirt bike, or if I want to start with because they're both going to be 250cc, or with a sports bike. It's like, sports bike is going to look so clean, but the dirt bike is just going to, you know what I mean? I might just rock with the sports bike. For sure, for sure. But, you know, we're at 9 minutes. I'm going to close it out at 10 because it is getting dark. For this last minute, I really want you to reflect on what I've told you. You know, I really want you to reflect on accepting the love that the divine universe gives you. And the divine universe is God, Buddha, whatever you believe in. Just the divine source. When the source gives you love, accept it and just bask in it. I feel like in life, we waste a lot of moments in fear of when we're going to lose the moment instead of just enjoying it. You know, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like, at least it's beautiful sunset. What if I'm like, oh, the sunset, I'm gonna miss it, when? Instead of like, beautiful out here, you know? It really is. Because there could come a time when you can't enjoy this. You can't enjoy the sunset. But we're 10 minutes in, so I'm gonna cut it right here. I love y'all. I'm AI generated.